From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your evening update.
Daniels Roofing, licensed, bonded, insured roofing contractor. 45 years of generational expertise, offering a variety of roofing systems in the North State. Composition shingles, metal, tile, fire-safe wood shingles, and spray foam roofing systems. An energy-saving cool roof, perfect for commercial flat roofs and mobile homes. With other companies, you may get a foreman or a salesman. But with Daniels Roofing, you get Daniel. Call today for your free estimate. Daniels Roofing, 3 generations working hard to protect your home and business.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Krueger. Thank you so much for joining us here on this Monday evening forecast. Here's the deal. You know, it's going to be dry and mild this week. The weather headlines haven't changed much since this morning and really through the midday hours because we still expect it to be a bit breezy, and it's mainly the foothills east of the valley. I expect to still see some of those stronger winds here today, even tomorrow. But overall, the trending toward weaker winds over the next few days. Now, when we talk about the overall trend here long range, unfortunately, the dry weather we're experiencing is expected to stick around for a while. Now, before we get into our deeper dive forecast, let's take a look at Krueger's Quickcast for your Monday, January 13th. Just a quick look at your forecast for tonight and through the day tomorrow before we go into a deeper dive for your longer range forecast. And there you can see here for tonight, it's going to be chilly, dropping down to the upper 30s as the winds do die down there. But as I mentioned, still may be a bit breezy here off in some of those foothills east of the valley, but cold in the mountains, teens and 20s overnight tonight. And for the coast, you're talking temperatures in the upper 30s and some low 40s. So out the door tomorrow morning, again, a bit breezy for the foothills. Otherwise, the wind's not as bad. There you can see about 40 in the valley by about 8 o'clock in the morning tomorrow, but still in the 20s and even some 30s for some of those higher elevations. So yeah, definitely a chilly start to the day again here for tomorrow. Now, we still have that ridge of high pressure in place. You can see the clouds moving up and over the ridge, but we're still seeing some high clouds kind of filter through probably sometime tonight and into tomorrow, but shouldn't have much impact on our weather. But there you can see tomorrow morning. Look at the foothills. Look at some of those exposed mountain ridge tops, even some of those mountain valleys. We're still seeing some pretty gusty winds there, even going into tomorrow morning. Now, as we go into tomorrow afternoon, you can still see, even into tomorrow night, we're still seeing some pretty strong winds here just east of the valley. But if you look everywhere else, the wind's not much of a factor, including the valley. So we've still got to watch those winds here for those exposed mountain ridges and those mountain valleys. But then I do expect those winds to subside as we go into your Wednesday and Thursday. There's your forecast for your Tuesday. Of course, those temperatures are not going to change a whole lot. We look at that 7-day outlook, generally in the low 60s here through Friday, a slight dip in our temperatures for the valley over the weekend, but nothing all that noticeable. For the coast, inland Trinity County, also seeing that dip in the temperatures here later this weekend. A little bit of a roller coaster ride elsewhere in the mountains. You can see we're starting off cool, back up Wednesday, Thursday, then back down again as we go into the upcoming weekend. All right, that's a look at Krueger's Quickcast. Hope you have yourselves a great evening. Stick around, though, if you want to get more details to your forecast here, especially as we go the extended outlook. Before we do that, though, do want to remind you that there's a free Weather NorCal app for your iPhone and your Android. Just search for Weather NorCal in your app store, and you've got everything you need there right on your phone from the free, 100% free Weather NorCal app. All right, let's take a look at the big picture here again. You can clearly see that ridge of high pressure. Still some high clouds kind of filtering through later tonight and early tomorrow morning. But again, the winds, let's take a look at that again. There's tomorrow morning. It's mainly along the foothills, the mountain valleys, the mountain ridge tops there. That continues into Tuesday, 5 p.m., even Tuesday night. Look at that. Even as we go to Wednesday morning, we've still got some pretty strong winds for some of those foothill locations. The good news is those do look to subside by Wednesday afternoon, and everyone else really seeing those weaker winds here later today, tomorrow, and of course for your Wednesday as well. So let's take a look at the big picture with our long range forecast. Yeah, no rain in the forecast. We've still got high pressure in general in place. We'll still be looking at a few passing clouds from time to time. I am watching kind of a weak disturbance that may clip to our north and east for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That may help to elevate the winds a little bit, but I don't expect any major wind events. That's the main thing that we're really looking at here. I mean, even as this is looking at Monday, of next Monday, right? We're still looking at dry conditions. All the rain still well off to our west. I just don't see much in the way of rain anytime soon. I am seeing some signs that near the end of this month, we may start to see some more wet weather, but that's not guaranteed. As of right now, it's looking dry. The 10 days plus, we're still in that drier than normal category. And despite the added sunshine, it's actually cooler than normal that we'll be looking at here over the next 7 to 10 days. So looking at your wave heights, through your Tuesday afternoon, they're not changing much. We take you into your Wednesday, not changing much there either. No small craft advisories. Should be okay if you do need to be on that small boat for fishing. All right, so here's what we have in store for us again tonight. Chilly tonight in the valley, dropping down probably somewhere in the upper 30s, teens and 20s for the higher elevations, and those upper 30s to low 40s out along the coast. Let's take a look at your Trinity County neighborhood forecast for your Tuesday. Temperatures in the mid to upper 50s. High in Palm, one of the warmer spots at 60, 61 degrees in Ruth. Let's take you out to the north coast with about 60 out towards Fortuna, 58 degrees in Rio Del, 56 in Shelter Cove. Look at that 7-day forecast. Not a drop of rain in the forecast, unfortunately. Not a snowflake in the mountains, unfortunately. 63 degrees out towards Gasquet for your Tuesday, 61 degrees in Orleans. And for Siskiyou County, you've got those temperatures mainly in the 40s. Some of the cooler spots like Doris at about 38, 49 for Tennant, McLeod about 53 degrees, and Mount Shasta City about 46 degrees. Your Modoc County neighborhood forecast. Temperatures mainly in the 40s there, 41 degrees for Canby and California Pines, 45 for Alturas as well as Fort Bidwell, and Eagleville about 45 degrees. Your Eastern Mountains neighborhood forecast. Look for temperatures mainly in the 40s, some 50s in there as well. Not quite reaching that 60-degree mark, but it could get close for places like Shingletown and Paradise. There's a look at your Valley neighborhood forecast brought to you by Walgamith Painting. Your temperatures in the low 60s. Again, no big changes from what we saw today here. Look for a high of about 63 degrees for Redding, maybe just a tad warmer. 62 degrees for Whiskeytown, 63 in Lakehead, and Red Bluff about 62 degrees. So we'll look at that 7-day outlook for Redding. Temperatures generally staying around 60 degrees or slightly higher through Friday. Now we are going to see a slight dip in our temperatures over the weekend into early next week, with temperatures at that point in the mid to upper 50s. That's your evening update. I'll be back again tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. and live on Coffee with Krueger at 7 a.m. Until then, have a great night.